In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to prevent brute force attacks on your website. Only the most dedicated hackers will be able to brute force your site after you apply what I show you in this tutorial, and even they might not be able to, as you'll see in this tutorial, because some of these things are not easy to get around, and we have multiple layers of protection, and so they're going to give up before they try to brute force your site, and they're going to move on to lower hanging fruit, which is somebody else's site who did not apply these settings, who did not watch this video. And we're going to do all that in the next few minutes. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I try to answer them as best I can. And make sure you click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab, where we help you get better at WordPress so you can earn more for yourself, your business, and your customers. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. And we're going to start on this video right now. So the first thing we want to do to make this work is install a couple plugins. The first one is going to be called... So the first thing we want to do is install two plugins. These are going to be WPS Hide My Login and Limit Login Attempts Reloaded, I believe it's called. You can also substitute that second one with Wordfence that adds some more features. I'll get into that when we get to that point in the video. So first, let's install these first two plugins. Go to Plugins and then Add New and search for WPS Hide Login. And then what we want is this one right here. Click on Install Now. If you've not backed up your site, make sure you back it up just in case something goes wrong. It's rare these days, but you never know. It's always good to have a backup just to be safe. I've linked to a tutorial in the description down below that shows you how to back up your site in case you need to. Click on Install Now when you're ready. Click on Activate. Then go to Plugins, Add New again, and search for Reloaded. Limit Login Attempts Reloaded. This one right here is one we want. Click on Install Now. Click on Activate. Let's go to Settings. We now have WPS Hide My Login and Limit Login Attempts. Let's go to Hide My Login first. And before we do anything, let's talk about brute force attacks and what they actually are. What they are is someone trying to hack your site by guessing your username and password. And WordPress has a standard URL for its login pages, which is wp.phd.com/wplogin.php. This is the login page. And this is the default that you see across every WordPress site when it's first installed. And a lot of people don't change it. And these hackers that use automated bots, they know that. They know that people don't change it. And so they can come in and go to any site and just add this to the end of it and see if there's a login page. And if there is, they can start trying to brute force it. And what we're going to do is move the login page to somewhere else, which we do with WPS Hide My Login. So right now, it's set to just login/. You can set this to whatever you want. You can call this Timbuktu. It's probably not spelled correctly. It's probably not right either. There it is. Timbuktu. Let's make it all lowercase. Redirection URL. This is if they go to this URL right here, wp-login.php. I'm going to send them to a 404 page. I'm going to click on Save Changes. Before you do, click Save Changes. Make sure you note this login page, because if you don't remember it, you won't be able to get to it. And so you won't be able to get back into your site, which is not going to be great. So make sure you note this somewhere or make something that's really easy for you to remember, because you want to get back into your site. And now if I go to incognito and go to wp-phd, go to this one, get a 404 page. If I go to wp-login.php, same 404, hackers who are trying to brute force your site, they either determine that it's not a WordPress site or it is a WordPress site and they can't find the login page, so they move on to another site where they can find the login page because there's so many of them. You don't need to be the most secure site in the world. You just need to be more secure than most. I know it sounds terrible, but it's the reality. So now if we go to wp-phd.com/Timbuktu, this should be where our login page is. And here it is. Now I can log in as I normally would, and I'm into the admin. The trick is you don't publish a link to your login page anywhere. That's tough to do if you have a site where users register and users log in, like a membership site or something, some kind of site where they log in. But it still helps with brute force attacks because people who are logging in, they're supposed to be there. They know where to go. There might be a link in an email that you send to them and they know where to log in. And the automated bots that come along and try to find the login page, if it's not where they think it is, which is the defaults that I told you earlier, they're not going to find it. So that's why we moved the login page. And then just as an extra precaution, in case they do find the the login page, which is unlikely, but in case they do, we limit login attempts. And what this does is, depending on our settings, people and bots are logged out after a certain number of failed attempts. So by default, we lock them out after 4 retries for 20 minutes. And then after 4 lockouts in 24 hours, they have 12 hours before they can retry again. And you can change any of these numbers. You can set this to a smaller number if you want to be really strict. I don't recommend it because even legitimate users make errors sometimes. I often make typos in my username or my passwords, take 2 or 3 tries to get into the website. And bots will try a lot because they're trying to brute force the site. So you could even have this at 10. And the chance a bot is going to guess correctly after 10 tries is pretty slim. That's why it's called brute force, because they're just slamming the login page trying to log in. And so I'm going to keep this at 4. That sounds pretty good. I'm going to keep all these numbers as default, but like I said, you can change them however you like. Check this box for GDPR compliance. That's very important. You can also whitelist people by IP. You can add your IP or your user's IPs in here, then they won't be logged out after a bunch of failed attempts. You can also add usernames in this box over here. You can also blacklist IPs and usernames. So let's actually save these settings and then get locked out of our website here. Let's go back into Cognito mode and then go to Timbuktu. Of course, I can't spell it. This is why you need to have it in a secure location so you know what the URL is, or make it more understandable. Timbuktu. The U on the end gets me every time. Okay, I'm going to log out of here. I'm going to fail my login a bunch of times. So here it shows error, incorrect username or password, 3 attempts remaining. It's also important to note that this plugin does not say whether one of these was correct. By default, WordPress will say you entered the wrong password. And then a hacker would know, oh, the username is correct, just the password was wrong. A plugin like this says incorrect username or password, so they can't tell. So let's just get locked out or fail login a couple more times. All right, now I'm locked out for 20 minutes till they can retry again. Now if I go over here, hopefully I'm not locked out in this screen. That would not be great. There we go. Awesome. And now here it shows 1 lockout. If we scroll down, it shows our IP. I'm running this site locally, so the IP is all crazy. You're going to see one that looks like this, more familiar with the dots. So you have 4 numbers separated by periods, and that will be the IP. You can then copy and paste it into here, and then save options. The one you'll have will look something like that, for example, might be the IP. Then you save options, that person or that IP will be blacklisted. If this was an incorrect lockout, you can click on unlock, and then that person will be unlocked. Now we also have the option of installing a beefier plugin that includes lockout capabilities and also includes other features. I'm going to go to plugins and then add new, and I'm going to install Wordfence. This is a great plugin, uses a lot of server resources, but it's still awesome. I'm going to install and then activate, and I'm going to check this box, click on no. They still want my email address, even though I say no. Click on continue. Don't have a premium key, click on no thanks. Just going to use the free version. And now we have a Wordfence menu down here. So Wordfence has a lot going on. Even the free plugin has a lot going on. I have a tutorial in the card above and the description down below showing the top 3 features, or what I think are the top 3 features of the free Wordfence plugin. So check that out if you want to see those features. For this one, we're going to stick to login security. So if I go over here to login security, we can add 2-factor authentication. So we have our login attempts blocking that we saw earlier. And now we can also add 2-factor authentication, which means that you will get a notification on your phone when you try to log in. So you enter your username and password. There's going to be another field that requires you to add a code. That code will be texted to your phone or emailed to your phone or emailed to your email account, and you can access the code and then log in. Just an extra barrier of login protection if you want to add that. If you don't want to add that, that's fine. But something that's really useful, if we go, I thought it was under security. Let's go to settings. This one right here. XML-RPC. This is not something we've talked about until now in this video, but when hackers cannot access the login page to brute force a site, they can actually brute force the XML-RPC, which is a file in the root of your WordPress site. You've probably never heard of it, but it's there. Go check it out. There is a file called xml-rpc.php. It is used for remote publishing. There's an option in WordPress that allows you to email your posts into WordPress. I don't know if you knew about this. It's pretty rarely used. I've never used it myself. I don't even know what the settings are. I believe it's under reading. No, writing. Yeah, writing. So here you can set it up. You can set up a login name and a password and a mail server, and you can post via email. So you send an email to a specific email address that this spits out and gives you, and then it'll post it to your site. I've never used it. I've never heard of anybody using it, but it's there. And the XML-RPC file is the one that does that. And by default, when Wordfence is installed, it has that blocked. Here we can disable the blocking. We check this box to disable XML-RPC authentication. If we leave this unchecked, then the authentication is required, and then hackers won't be able to brute force that file. And so now we've essentially destroyed the ability to brute force your site. We've moved the login page so they can't find it. Hackers can't find it. If they do happen to find it, they're limited by login attempts. You might have two-factor authentication activated. You might also have XML-RPC blocked, which you should if you have Wordfence installed. And now there's no access for brute forcers. There's still other ways to hack your site, but there's no access for brute forcers. And if you don't want to install Wordfence, but you still want to have the XML-RPC blocking, check out this tutorial right here, where I show you how to block XML-RPC requests with your functions file. If you're not using that file to post by email, you can just block that file altogether. And you also probably want to check out this video right here, which shows you the top 10 WordPress security mistakes that I see over and over again in WordPress. A lot of them are preventable. Make sure you check that out and then click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. Until next time, keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.